So we'll just give it another couple minutes, guys, and then we'll start. But just to say that although I can see you, it's very small little screens and I can't see all of you. So please do take it very gently and very carefully in today's practice. The general thing is please don't do anything that brings any pain. So if you are feeling any pain, then just back off and don't do it. And then I always love feedback, questions, comments afterwards as well. Then I can always help suggest modifications for you when we do it next time on what you can do to make yoga more comfortable. This class and my classes in general are all about yoga to make you feel good. And that's one of the reasons why I suggest getting cushions and blankets and things like that, just to make you even more comfortable. But even more so when it comes to mindful yoga. So there's less about how you think a pose should be, and just kind of letting that go and experimenting in the body and just seeing where you are without working into any pain. And really, it's much more important to bring in that kind of mind-body awareness and looking at the breath. So the breath is the thing which I'm going to keep coming back to in our practice. So when we're stressed and we're anxious, the breath can get very short and shallow, and it kind of stays up here. So you might feel it right up here, short and shallow. And throughout today's practice, we're going to bring in a deeper breath, which brings the breath right down into the belly, and that just goes to like build up the strength of the diaphragm. It brings in more oxygen into the blood and it just nourishes the whole body, but as well as calming the mind. And that is our theme for today's practice, because it is Mental Health Awareness Week, and more important than ever because of everything that's going on in the world, and because the outside world can feel a little bit bonkers at times, our mental health is more important than ever. And doing this today, some of the tools that we'll be doing in today's practice are tools that are not just for the mat, so not just when you're on your mat, but hopefully you can have those tools to call upon in your everyday life. So I am going to start standing today, just to give the body a little bit of a warm up. If I'm darting back to the laptop, it is because I have to let people into the meeting. So that's what I'm doing when I'm leaving my mat. So if everyone would like to come to a standing position. Bring the feet parallel, hip distance apart. And I'm just going to mute everyone, and it's not because I don't love to hear all of your voices, but it just makes it better for everyone to hear me. And at the end of practice, I will unmute everyone again so we can have a chat. So just take a moment to look down at the feet, making sure they're hip distance apart, and that you've got this alignment where it's hips, knees, ankles, toes. So the knees are pointing in the direction of the toes. So sometimes our feet might come out more like this, or sometimes our feet might come out more like this. Can you bring it all into alignment? And that helps to protect our knees. Look down at the feet, and can you lift all 10 toes off the floor? Lift all 10 toes off the floor and fan them out. So spread them as much as possible and place them back down onto the earth. With the feet grounded onto the ground, start to bring the weight into the left side of the body. So transferring the weight, but keeping the feet flat on the ground. So leaning Tower of Pisa, and then coming back through center, transferring the weight into the right side of the body. And then coming back through center, can you start to transfer the weight backward? So just slightly. So we're using the back of the body, so more into the heels, and notice which muscle switches on in the legs when we do this. Coming back through center, leaning forward. So a little bit more weight into the toes and the ball of the feet, and notice which muscles are activated in the legs when we do this. And then coming back through center. So maybe in your own time, going back and forth, maybe forward and back. Can you find the sweet spot? So can you feel into the body and feel when the weight is equally distributed on the soles of the feet? So we're not leaning too much backwards. We're not leaning too much forwards or side to side, but we've got that equal distribution. So we're really, really centered. And when you've got that, press downwards into the ground. So use the feet and press downwards, and then working your way up the body. So we're going to come into a good alignment here through the spine. So start by pressing downwards, activating the quads, so the front of the legs, by lifting the kneecap, and then activating the core, so this part of our body, by squeezing the belly inwards and then up towards the ribs. So it's in and up. And then bring the shoulders away from the ears. So notice if the shoulders are high up to the ears, can you slide the shoulder blades down the back? And then lengthen through the spine, grow tall through the crown of the head. So imagine there's a string pulling up through the crown of the head. Bring the chin parallel to the earth. So this pose is called mountain pose. So although we're just standing here, it looks like we're just standing here, we're strong, stable, grounded like a mountain. And that is more important than ever, to have this strong, grounded, centered alignment when the outside world is turbulent. We can stay grounded and rooted. So just bringing the awareness into your breath now. So just your natural inhale and your natural exhale breath. And just noticing if your breath feels short and shallow, or does your breath feel long and deep? And we're going to be doing a couple breathing practices today to just invite that deeper breath. But just to start, let's take an inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. One more, breathing in and exhale through the mouth. So we're going to invite a little bit of movement into the body now. So I know a lot of us have been at home, obviously a lot more, we're probably a lot more seated. So let's start with the head. So you can bring a bend into the knees, so they're not locked, you've got a bit of buoyancy into the knees. And let's just start with the head. So bringing the left ear to the left shoulder, left ear to the left shoulder. It's a lateral sideways movement. So keeping the head looking towards me, but just bringing the ear to the shoulder, bring the shoulders down the back. And then can you make the head heavy? So we're going to work in today's practice in letting go of the effort. So we used effort to get us into the head to the side. Now letting go. So let the head be heavy. Take an inhale here and exhale. Slowly bring the head back through center. And just notice any differences between the right and left side, and bringing the right ear to the right shoulder. So we used effort to bring the head to the side. Now can you move into the ease? So letting go of the effort by bringing the shoulders down the back and make the head super heavy. And then take an inhale here. Exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out, and slowly bring the head back through center. Keeping that buoyancy in the knees, we're just going to start to sway the upper body from side to side. Can you let your arms be heavy as we do this? So it's a turning of the upper body. Let the lower body stay forward, but keeping that nice bend in the knees. And as we do this, the invitation is to increase the velocity. So start to, if you like, increase the velocity, and maybe there's a little bounce when you come into the middle. So a little bounce in the knees as you come to the middle. And then as the velocity increases, there could even be this moment in time where the hands at the end kind of touch the sides of the belly, touch the sides of the ribs. So it's almost like we're giving ourselves a little massage at the same time. Let the arms be heavy, and then slowly start to slow down the velocity until we come really, really slow. And then slowly coming to stillness, and just take a moment to tune inwards. So notice any sensations in the arms. Maybe you might feel a little bit of tingling. Take an inhale through the nose and exhale. Bring the awareness into your shoulders. Slowly inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, slowly lower the shoulders all the way down. Breathing in, raise the shoulders up to the ears. And on the exhale, slowly bring the shoulders all the way down the back. Breathing in, raise the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale, slowly bring the shoulders down the back. So we're going to do that a couple more times. We're going to change it slightly. So inhale the shoulders slowly up to the ears. And this time on the exhale, can you drop them down? So let them drop. Breathing in, slow rise of the shoulders up towards the ears. And on the exhale, let them drop. Last one, breathing in, slow rise of the shoulders up towards the ears. And on the exhale, let them drop. Well done, everyone. So I'm just letting someone else into the meeting. So welcome to Parkinson's Care and Support UK. I am Charlotte. Hello, welcome, good to see you. So we're starting in our standing position, so in our mountain pose. And from here, we're going to step the legs out slightly wider than hip distance. So slightly wider than hip distance, and bring that little bounce in the knees once more, so that little bit of buoyancy in the knees, and bring both hands onto the belly. Can you bring your left hand underneath your right hand, left hand underneath your right hand, and bring the hands just underneath the belly button. On your next inhale, we're going to inhale the right arm outwards. So reaching the right arm outwards to the right side of the room, and there's a slight turn in the upper body as you look towards the right. And then on the exhale, slowly bring the right hand back in towards the belly. And at the same time, pulling out the left hand. And inhale, open the left arm like a wing, opening to the side, and turn the upper body towards the left side of the room. And exhale, slowly bring in the left hand, placing it on the belly. And inhale, pulling out the right arm. This time, widen the right arm to the right side of the room, and maybe the right arm goes a little bit backwards. So behind shoulder height, gazing towards the right side of the room. And exhale, bringing the arm slowly in towards the belly. Inhale, the left arm towards the left side of the room, and maybe extending the left arm a little bit behind shoulders. And exhale, slowly bring the arm back in towards the belly. Let's do a couple more. Breathing in, right arm opens, opening like a wing towards the side. Maybe the arm moves a little bit more backwards in space. And exhale, bringing the arm in towards the belly. Breathing in, opening through the left arm, maybe reaching back behind you, gazing towards the room. And exhale, bring that arm back in towards the belly. Last one on each side. Breathing in, big breath into the nose. Open the arm really wide to the right side of the room. And exhale, bringing that arm back in towards the center. Swapping over hands. Breathing in, the left arm reaches to the left side of the room, and only if it feels okay in the shoulders, maybe it goes backwards to the corner of the room. And slowly bring that hand in towards the belly, and just drop the arms down beside and step back in to shoulder height, to hip distance, and just take a moment to check in. So in our mindfulness practice, we're going to be moving the movement with the breath. And when we do that, when we move with the breath, it almost starts to become a little bit like a moving meditation. And it's actually the breath that does the work. So it's the breath that can help open the body. So from here, we're going to do another little breathing exercise. So I'll take you through the movement first, and then we'll add in the breath. So don't worry about the breath too much to start. Bring the arms down beside the body with the palms facing behind you. There can be a slight bend in the knees, so there's a little bit of buoyancy. Bring the shoulders away from the ears. Start to raise the arms, both arms, to shoulder height towards me, towards me. Slowly turn the palms of the hands towards each other. So right palm in towards your left palm. And then open the arms wide outwards. So the palms of the hands are pointing to each side of the room. Turn both palms of the hands towards the sky. Turn both palms of the hands towards the sky and lift both arms into the air. So reaching for the ceiling, but bring the shoulders away from the ears. Turn both hands towards me. Turn both hands towards me and slowly lower both arms down beside the body by the hips with the palms facing behind you back to where we started. So we're going to do that a couple times. That was the move. We're going to now add in the breath. So just start with the arms beside the hips with the palms facing backwards, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale through the nose, start to raise both arms into the air towards me, palms facing down. Exhale, slowly turn the palms of the hands towards each other. Breathing in, open both arms wide, parallel to the earth, reaching for the sides of the room. Exhale, rotate the hands towards the ceiling. Breathing in, reach both arms into the air, reach for the sky. And on the exhale, rotate the palms towards me and start to lower the arms down beside the hips with the palms facing backwards, back to where we started. So let's do that one more time. So starting with the arms by the hips, palms facing backwards. Breathing in, slowly raise both arms to shoulder height, palms facing down. Exhale, turning both palms to face each other, right palm to face left palm. Breathing in, open the arms really wide, arms parallel to the earth. Exhale, rotate the palms towards the sky. Breathing in, reach both arms into the air, reach for the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, turn both palms towards me and exhale, lower the arms down beside the body. Well done, everyone. And from here, we're just going to shake out the hands. So shake out the hands. Imagine you're shaking off water from the fingers. And if you like, you can even imagine not just shaking off waters, but shaking off anything you don't need anymore. So that could be fears, anxieties, negative emotions. So shake off all the way from the right side of the room. And then calming back through center, shake off all the way from the left side of the room. And then calming back through center, shake up really high, shake the hands really high. And then calming through center, shake the hands down low. And then calming back through center, just bring the arms down beside the body and tune in once more. So notice any tingling, any sensations in the arms, any energy. Take a big breath in and one breath out. One more, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. From here, we're going to do a mindful walk forward. So if you can you take a few steps backwards? So I'm going to take a few steps backwards because I'm going to walk forwards towards you. So what I find interesting about this is that so much of what we do in our everyday life is on autopilot. So from things like walking to washing the dishes to brushing your teeth, everything, that we're just doing it just automatically. And it's so interesting when we suddenly bring mindfulness into any single thing we do. And what you find is you start to feel those little sensations, that feelings, the heat, the whatever it is, just from doing something as simple as walking. So we're going to do a mindful walk forward. So to start, just bring the weight of the body into the right foot. So bring the weight of the body into the right foot and start hip distance apart. And we're going to slowly step the left foot forward. But can you do it so slowly that start with just the heel? So heel of the left foot down to the ground. And then how slowly can you place down the pinky edge, the arch, the ball of the feet, so the knuckles of the feet, and then spread the toes and place all toes on the ground, and then transfer the weight. So notice how it feels when we transfer the weight into that foot. Bring the awareness into your right foot and slowly picking up the right foot and placing the right foot forward, but the heel first. And then how slowly can you start to pace the sole of the foot down to the earth, into the knuckles of the toes. Spread the toes and place each toe down. Bring the weight into your right foot and slowly lift the left foot. And now I'm going to stop talking. And can you do this one more time on each side, but in your own time? And I'm going to stop talking just so you can really tune into how it feels. And then meeting back in our neutral stance with the feet hip distance apart. Well done, everyone. And then just having a look down at the feet, making sure that you've still got that nice alignment with the knees tracking in line with toes. Really spread the toes. And from here, bring a slight bend into the knees. Bring a slight bend into the knees and bring the arms down beside the body. So we're going to do one more breathing practice before we come down onto the floor. From here, press into the soles of the feet to lengthen the legs. So lengthen the legs and then let that ripple through the body. And we're going to start to raise the arms into the air. Raise the arms into the air. Reach for the sky. On the exhale, can you exhale through the mouth? We're going to rebend the knees and bring the hands facing downwards so the floor, through the center of the body, all the way through the center of the body. As you rebend the knees, bring the arms down beside the body, palms facing out. We're going to do this a couple times, and I love this one for really clearing and calming. And once again, the invitation is to let go of the breath. But also, if you like, if this works for you, it's a nice one for energetically pressing out anything you don't need anymore. So negative emotions, limiting beliefs, anxieties, and fears. So starting with a bend in the knees, hands facing outwards. Press down through the soles of the feet, lengthen the legs, and inhale the arms into the air. Reach for the sky. On the exhale, breathing out the mouth, bend the knees and bring both hands facing downwards. And it's almost literally pressing down. So can you feel that feeling of the pressing down of the palms of the hands as you work through the center of the body? Bring the arms down beside you. Press through the feet, lengthen the legs. Inhale through the nose. Scoop the air. Maybe the gaze goes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, rebend the knees and press the palms of the hands downwards through the center of the body, letting go of the breath and maybe letting go of anything else. And then bring the arms down to the center of the body, press through the soles of the feet, lengthen the legs. Inhale, scoop the air, reach through the fingers, and exhale through the mouth, bending the knees. And bring the palms of the hands through the center of the body. Bring the hands beside you and lengthen the legs. So just taking a moment to check in. And then we're going to come down onto the floor. But before we do, I'm just going to show you the breath that we're going to practice today. So before we come down on the floor, the invitation is to inhale through the nose. And it's to exhale through the mouth, but through pursed lips, as if you're blowing out a candle. So it's a, so just try that now. Inhale through the nose and then exhale through pursed lips as if you're blowing out a candle. And please remember, this is all an invitation. So if anything does not feel good, including the breath, please just breathe normally. Let's go down to the floor. If that's not available to you, you can sit in a chair. Everything we can do is sat in a chair. We're going to come into a kneeling position just for the moment. If that doesn't feel good, then please come to sit in a chair. Bring your cushion underneath your knees or your blanket, your folded blanket, and we're going to come into an all fours. And if you just bear with me, I'm just going to let someone else into the meeting. So welcome, if you've just joined us, welcome to Parkinson's Care and Support UK. This is Mindfulness Yoga. I'm Charlotte. We're going to come down onto the floor, but if that's not available to you, please come into a seat and I will show you. So on your all fours, bring your knees hip distance apart, bring the hands underneath the shoulders and really spread the fingers. And then bring your attention into your thigh bones. Can you really see if you can press your thigh bones, your shin bones a little bit downwards into the earth? We're going to come into our cat and cows, which is a really lovely mobilization for the spine. On the inhale, rock the tailbone towards the sky, drop the belly towards the floor, move the shoulders away from the ears, broaden across the chest, lengthen through the front of the neck and gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, exhale through the mouth as if you're blowing out that candle, and tuck your tailbone, arch the spine and press the palms into the earth as you gaze down towards the floor. Breathing in, rock the tailbone towards the sky, drop the belly to the floor, bring the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen through the front of the neck, broaden through the chest and gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze the belly in, tuck the tailbone and round the back by pressing the hands into the earth. Breathing in, rock the tailbone towards the sky, shoulders away from the ears, drop the belly towards the earth and gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale through the mouth, squeeze the belly in, tuck the tailbone and round the back by pressing the hands into the earth. So do one more of these in your own time. And if you're sat in a chair, bring the hands onto the thighs. And we're going to do a similar thing by squeezing the shoulder blades together, looking up into the sky and exhaling, rounding the back and squeezing the belly. So everyone just finish that round that you've been on. And from here, very, very gently, come to roll onto the side of the body. And we're going to come to lie on the back with the feet flat on the floor, knees pointing up towards the ceiling. So please come and do that very gently and carefully. And if that is not available to you, please don't worry. Come and sit in a chair and everything we can do can be done into a chair today. So if you're on the floor, bring the feet hip distance apart, knees pointing up towards the ceiling. The back of the body is on the floor and bring the arms out wide with the palms facing up. And from here, whether you're lying down or you're seated, close down the eyes. So just start to bring the awareness into the room, onto the mat, into your body. And by doing that, we're bringing ourselves into the present moment. So one of the key things in having our good mental health is just noticing that busy mind. So noticing what's going on with the thoughts. And if the thoughts are scattered outwards, if the thoughts might be thinking about something in the past, or sometimes our thoughts might have a tendency to move into the future and think about something that hasn't happened yet, for example. The tools that we're learning today is just that invitation to reel the busy mind back in. So reel those thoughts in and bring ourselves back into the present moment. But can you notice a busy mind without any frustrations or without any judgment? So letting go of the frustrations and the judgment, let's go of the power of the thoughts. And it's almost like we can start to observe our thoughts almost like you'd observe a cloud in the sky moving past. So with the eyes closed, can you just start to bring the awareness into the body? So noticing any areas of tension or tightness, and also noticing any areas of the body that might feel really good today. Bringing the awareness to parts of the body which feel like they need a really good stretch or a bit of softening. And then start to bring the awareness into your energy levels. Are you feeling really full of energy? Or are you feeling a little bit depleted today, like you need another cup of tea or coffee? But can you notice that without any judgment or attachment on how it should be, just noticing how it is as a snapshot of the now? And then notice how you're feeling emotionally. Are you happy, angry, frustrated, bored, sad? Maybe you're feeling calm. And once again, notice without any judgments or attachments, just noticing how you are. And as we move through our practice today, we're going to see if we can start to bring some of those elements into balance. And then notice the thoughts. So noticing if your thoughts are fluttering outwards, can you bring the awareness back into the body? So how does the body feel onto the mat? Which parts of the body are touching the floor and which parts aren't? To just start to reel the busy mind in. And then the other way that we can stay rooted and grounded is through our breath. So coming back to that breath we did a moment ago, it's an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth, through pursed lips as you're blowing out a candle. So the invitation here, the breath practice we're going to do is a breathing in through the nose for the count of 2, holding the breath for a count of 2, exhaling out the mouth through the pursed lips for a count of 4, and then holding the breath at the bottom for a count of 2. So before we do this, if you have COPD or any lung conditions, please do not hold the breath. So when we're doing this, please just inhale for 2 and exhale for 4 without holding the breath. If you have asthma, it's actually good to practice those holds, because practicing those holds will give us the sense of control. So there's a lot in our life we can't control, especially stuff like what's going on in the moment in the outside world. But one of the things we can practice controlling is our breath. And doing a breath like this, where we extend the exhale, so we're doing an exhale of 4 and an inhale of 2, it brings a really nice calming effect on the body. It strengthens our diaphragm and brings more oxygen into the blood and nourishes the whole body. So it's a really nice one if you're ever feeling stressed or anxious. So before we start, just make sure the arms are quite wide. So they're just below shoulder height and the palms are facing up. So just take a normal inhale through the nose and a normal exhale through the nose. And we're just going to do a couple more normal exhales and inhales before we begin. If this does not feel good for you, please don't do it. Just breathe normally. The key to the universe won't suddenly appear just because we can do a breath practice. So it's more about just feeling good in the body. So taking one more normal inhale and normal exhale. And then breathing in through the nose. 1, 2. Holding the breath at the top. 1, 2. Exhaling through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding at the bottom. 1, 2. Inhaling through the nose. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale the mouth. 1, 2. 3, 4, hold. 1, 2, breathing in. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. 1, 2, breathing in. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. 1, 2, last round, breathing in. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. 1, 2, and just return your breath to normal. So just your normal inhale, your normal exhale, and just check in. So check in any differences, any new sensations. Maybe there aren't any, and that's fine too. So just taking your normal inhale and your normal exhale. And from here, let's bring some movement into the body now. So bring the awareness into just the head, just the head. Bring a slight tuck to the chin. Inhale through center, and on the exhale, turning the head slowly to the right shoulder, turning just the head slowly to the right shoulder. Breathing in through center, so bring the head back through center, and slowly turning the head towards the left shoulder. Inhale the head through center, and exhale, turning the head towards the right shoulder. Inhale through center, and exhale the head towards the left shoulder. And as you do it, just notice any feelings in the back of the body. Inhale the head through center, and one more on each side. So exhale the head towards the right shoulder, just noticing any feelings, not working into any pain. Breathing the head back through center, and exhale towards the left shoulder. And then calming back through center. Bring the arms beside the hips. So the arms are close in beside the hips with the palms facing downwards. So the palms are facing downwards. From here, we're going to inhale both arms slowly up into the air. So lift both arms off the floor and slowly reach the fingertips towards the ceiling. So the arms are now above the shoulders. Can you take a moment here to press the shoulders into the earth? And then we're going to slowly lower the arms behind us. So slowly lower the arms behind us, but maybe the arms touch the floor, maybe they don't. So take away the expectations or the judgments of how you think it should be, and just go to where it feels good in the body. And if it may feel better, experiment with widening the arms. So maybe bringing the arms into a generous V shape. So a V shape with the arms. And that might feel nicer in the shoulders as you bring the shoulders behind the head, maybe on the floor, maybe not. And then inhale, lifting both arms into the air once more. Can you do it slowly? Notice if one arm is leading the way. So sometimes we've got a dominant right or left side. Can you equalize the movement? Reach the fingertips towards the ceiling, bring the shoulders into the earth, and then slowly lower both arms back down beside the body so that the palms are facing downwards back to where we started. So we're going to do that a couple more times, but we're going to bring in the breath this time. So starting with the arms right by the hips, palms facing down. Inhale through the nose, start to reach the arms towards the ceiling, but bring the shoulders down into the earth. And then on the exhale, slowly lower the arms behind you, maybe by the ears, maybe in a big, wide, generous V shape. Maybe the arms touch the floor and maybe they don't. Notice how it feels in the back of the body as you do this. Breathing in, slowly raise both arms back up into the air. Reach the fingers towards the sky and exhale, slowly lower both arms down back beside the body with the palms facing down. We're going to do one more of these. So starting with the arms by the hips with the palms facing down. Breathing in, lifting both arms into the air. Once again, notice if one arm's leading the way, can you equalize the momentum of both hands? Reach for the ceiling, but press the shoulders into the earth and exhale. Both arms behind you on the floor. Maybe by the ears, maybe widen the arms into a big wide V shape, and notice how it feels in the back of the body as you do this. Breathing in, lifting both arms back up into the air. Reach the fingertips towards the sky. And on the exhale, slowly lower both arms back down beside the body with the palms facing downwards. And this time, breathing in, lift both arms into the air and reach the fingertips towards the ceiling. And this time we're going to stay here. Rotate the palms to face inwards. So your right palm is facing your left palm. Press the shoulder blades into the earth. So the shoulders and the shoulder blades are pressing downwards. Bring the awareness into your right arm and inhale, reach the right fingertips towards the ceiling and peel the right shoulder and shoulder blade away from the ground. So you're reaching upwards with the arm. And on the exhale, slowly lower the right shoulder and shoulder blade downwards into the earth and press it downwards. Left arm, inhale, reach the left fingertips towards the sky as if you're trying to push a button on the ceiling. Lift the shoulder away from the ground and exhale, slowly lower the left shoulder blade and press it down into the earth. Right arm, inhale, reach the right fingertips towards the sky and lift the right shoulder blade away from the earth. And on the exhale, slowly lower the right shoulder and shoulder blade into the ground and press it downwards. Left arm, inhale, reach the left fingertips towards the sky, peeling off the left shoulder blade, and exhale, slowly lower the left shoulder into the earth. Right arm, one more, last time, breathing in, reach the right fingertips towards the sky, and this time, maybe you can reach even more towards the ceiling. And exhale, slowly lower the right shoulder into the earth, and inhale the left arm, reach it up towards the ceiling, and maybe this time, there's a little bit more reach in the arm. And exhale, lower the left shoulder into the earth. From here, start to lower down the upper arms onto the earth. So the upper arms onto the earth, but the elbows are bent and the forearms and the hands are still pointing up towards the ceiling. So it's just the upper arms that are on the earth. From here, start to rotate the wrist joints. So rotating both wrist joints in one direction. Can you do it slowly? And then rotating the wrist joints in the opposite direction. And then coming to stillness with the wrist joints. Can you bring the hands into a fist? Bring the hands into a fist, really squeeze the fist in and then spread through the fingers. So really wide with the palm and really spread the fingers as wide as possible. Bring the hands into a fist, squeeze all the fingers inwards, really squeezing, tensing the hand, and then spreading the fingers. Spread the fingers really wide. Last one. Squeezing the hands into a fist, and then spreading the fingers as wide as possible. From here, bring both knees softly into the chest and take hold of either the kneecap, the shin bones, or maybe the underside of the thigh. And then rock the sacrum from side to side. So it's just a gentle rocking of the lower back, just to ease out any tension or tightness. We're just giving our lower back a little bit of a massage here. And then slowly coming to stillness. From here, drop the left foot down to the floor. So the left sole of the foot down to the floor and take hold of the right shin bone or kneecap or thigh with both hands. So So both hands are now on your right leg and the left sole of the foot is on the floor with the left knee pointing towards the ceiling. Stay here with the left leg, with the left foot on the ground, or there is the option to lengthen the left leg long. So option to lengthen the left leg long or keep the left sole of the foot onto the floor with the left knee pointing towards the ceiling. Bring the awareness into your right leg. Point the right foot, flex the right foot. Point the right foot, flex the right foot. We're just moving through a point and flex of the right foot. We're just oiling the ankle joint here. And then from here, slowly start to rotate the ankle joint. So like we did with the wrist, slowly start to rotate the ankle joint in one direction. And then rotate the ankle joint in the opposite direction. And then bringing the left leg back in towards the chest and slowly place the right sole of the foot onto the ground and take both hands onto the left shin bone, kneecap, or underneath the thigh. Option to keep the right sole of the foot onto the earth, or maybe you lengthen the right leg along the ground. So just taking the option that's good for you today. One is not better than the other. Bring the awareness into your left leg and into the left foot. Point the left foot, flex the left foot. Point the left foot, flex the left foot. Just moving through this pointing and flexing of the foot. And then start to rotate the left ankle in one direction. And then rotating the left ankle in the opposite direction. And then from here, slowly start to bring down the left sole of the foot onto the earth. So now both feet are back where we started. Both are flat onto the earth. So if you extended the right leg, bring it back. Feet hip distance apart, and bring the arms out wide so they're just underneath shoulder height with the palms facing up. So we're going to come into our windscreen wiper legs, which is one of my favorites. So with the knees just in the center as they are, take an inhale through the nose. And on the exhale, we're just going to bring both legs over to the right side of the room. So it's like windscreen wipers. Maybe the legs touch the floor, maybe they don't. It doesn't matter. So just taking it to where feels good in the body. Can you keep the back flat to the floor as you do this? Inhale both knees through center. So both knees back through center. And exhale, so rocking both legs over to the left side of the room. There's also an option of putting cushions under each side of the room so the legs come onto cushions. Slowly breathing in, moving the legs back through center. So we're going to do this a few more times on each side. So just remembering not moving into any pain. Take it slowly, breathe deeply. Let the breath help you work through any tension and tightness. These twists are really good for our digestion, for giving our internal organs a massage. So just breathing in with the knees in center and exhale, slowly dropping both legs over towards the right side of the room. Breathing in through the nose as you slowly bring the legs back through center and exhale slowly out through the mouth as both legs rock towards the left-hand side. Maybe they touch the floor, maybe they don't. Breathing in through the nose, bring the legs through center and exhale, both legs rocking towards the right-hand side of the room. Option to turn the head to the left. So the head and the legs are moving in opposite directions. Breathing in the legs through center and the head if you moved it. And exhale, both legs towards the left side of the room, turning the gaze towards the right, only if that feels good in the neck. Breathing in through center, one more on each side. Exhale, bringing the legs towards the right, head towards the left. Inhale through center and exhale, the legs towards the left and the head towards the right. And then slowly bringing the head and the legs through center. And then bringing both knees in towards the chest once more. Bringing both knees in towards the chest once more, either taking hold of the kneecaps, the shin bones, or underneath the thighs. Can you give yourself a massive hug? So we're literally hugging the body inwards. And at the same time, show yourself some appreciation and some love for doing your yoga practice today. So we're giving ourselves the nourishment and the self-care we need to really look after our mental health, to look after our bodies, look after our health. So just giving yourself a big, massive hug, saying thank you to yourself. And then slowly bring the feet flat onto the floor once more. And we're coming into our final relaxation. So the options are to keep the legs like this, or maybe you prefer to lengthen the legs long. So lengthening the legs out along the mat, bring the feet as wide as the mat. Let the feet slip out to the side, let the arms be wide, palms facing up, and close down the eyes. Bringing the awareness into the room, onto the floor, into your body and into the present moment. We're so used to, in our daily lives, putting in effort. So we put so much effort into things that we do, that sometimes we forget to enjoy that glorious feeling of letting go of all effort and moving into the ease, moving into relaxation. And we can do that now by starting to let go of tension and tightness from the body, feeling the floor beneath us, feeling the body get heavier and heavier, and giving into gravity. So giving into the floor, let the floor support you as you relax into your final relaxation. And we can do this off the mat. So we can do this in our everyday lives by starting to let a little bit more of that idea of going with the flow. So there's things we can control, and there's most of the things that we can't control in our lives. So having that idea of letting go of the effort, so letting go of that anxiety about the future that hasn't happened. And quite a lot of the time we think about the worst case scenario and we're not thinking about the best case scenario. So just letting the ease of life, knowing the things we can control and the things we can't control. And on the mat now, by just relaxing into the earth. Bring your awareness into your feet. Noticing if maybe you can relax your feet a little bit more. Maybe the feet can flop out a little bit more to the side of the room. Bring your awareness into your ankles. Can you move even deeper into your full range of relaxation by relaxing your ankles, feeling your ankles completely relaxed? Bring your awareness into your calf muscles and your knees. Can you let go of all the effort? Our calf muscles are really strong muscles, which takes a lot of our tension from walking. Can you feel the calf muscle relax? Completely relax your knee joints. Bring the awareness into your thighs and feel the whole of the thighs relax against the mat, against the floor. Notice if there's any holding in the thighs. And as you exhale, just imagine releasing. And then even through imagining releasing, then the body will follow. Relax your bottom. So notice again, if there's any more, you can just relax. Relaxing your belly. So just feel the belly warm and soft, and maybe noticing that natural rise and natural fall of the breath. Bring the awareness into your chest. Feel that your chest is wide and free. Relax your lower back and around your sacrum. Feel that your lower back is completely relaxed. In your thoughts, ascend your spine like a staircase and relax each vertebrae one at a time. And as you do this, start to feel your back completely relax. Relax your shoulders. Can you let the effort release from the shoulders? So quite literally, we carry the world on our shoulders sometimes, and that's what we can feel, so much tense and tightness in the shoulders. Can you release that feeling of that emotional backpack and just feel the shoulders release into the earth? So letting go of that holding. Relax your upper arms, your elbows and your forearms. Can you relax the palms of your hands through each finger to each fingertip? Relax your neck and your throat. Maybe swallow to relax the inside of your throat. Relaxing the back of your head, your ears and your forehead. Can you imagine any worries spilling out the top of your head, making your brow completely clear of worry lines? Relax your eyes and those little tiny muscles around your eyes and feel your eyelids heavy. Relax your nose, your cheeks and your mouth. Relaxing your tongue, so taking all the effort out of the tongue so it just rests loosely within the mouth. And as you relax fully into the entire body, can you let go of all thinking, all wanting, all having to? And by doing this, we're slipping into the ease and moving away from the effort. And then slowly start to deepen your breath. Lengthen your inhale and lengthen your exhale. Breathing in through the nose, fill your lungs, and a long exhale through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, not just breath, but imagine you're breathing in energy, vitality. And on the exhale, breathing out the breath, but also letting go of limiting beliefs, negative thoughts, anxieties, fears. Breathing in through the nose, fill the lungs, but also fill the body through each fingertip to each toe, and exhale, breathing out. And then start to become aware of sounds you hear, sounds within the room you're in, within your house, your flat, maybe in your garden, in your street. And very, very gently, we're going to invite a little bit of movement back into the body. So just slowly bringing the awareness back into the body and wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes. Start to rotate your wrist joints. And when you're ready, slowly reaching both arms behind you and tune into your body and do whatever it is your body is calling for. So maybe that means giving yourself a big stretch. Maybe that means a yawn, lengthening through the right side, the left side, maybe turning the head, maybe pointing and flexing the feet. Take an inhale through the nose and a long exhale through the mouth. And then very gently bring both knees into the chest and give yourself another massive hug. Slowly and carefully rolling over onto your right hand side. It doesn't really matter which side, just rolling over to one side. And as gently as possible, using both hands to bring yourself up into a comfortable seat. That comfortable seat might mean cross legs. It might mean bringing the back against the wall. It might mean sitting in a chair. Maybe the legs are long, maybe the feet flat on the floor. So any comfortable seat. Bring the right hand to meet the left hand. So the hands come together at your heart center and close down the eyes. With the eyes closed, can you imagine your right hand is someone else's hand? Press your left hand into someone else's right hand and just become aware of all the sensations of touch, maybe heat. And then can you imagine your left hand is someone else's hand and press your right hand into someone else's left hand? And then become aware of all the sensations of your own touch. And then slowly peel open the eyes and we'll do one last big breath together. Inhale the arms into the air, reach the hands into the sky, bring the palms together above the head and exhale both hands into your heart center. Namaste. Thank you very much for practicing mindfulness yoga with me, everyone. I am Charlotte and this is Parkinson's Care and Support UK. I'm going to come and take you guys all off mute. If you haven't already, please join their Facebook group, check out their website. There's so much great stuff going on, lots of free content, lots of free videos, more yoga, chair yoga, qigong, fitness classes, and it's just a wonderful community to be part of. So I hope you all enjoyed practice today. How did everyone get on?
Very well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
How did you find the breath practice? Did that work for everyone? The breathing in and the holding, was that okay?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a bit of COPD, so I was able to join in.
Okay, yes. With COPD, it don't hold the breath, so it's important not to hold the breath. So just practice, which is a good practice for COPD, breathing in for the count of 2 and straight away breathing out for the count of 4, so not holding the breath. But I hope I'm going to be back here next week, everyone. So I hope to see you all again next week for some more mindfulness yoga. And I hope you all have a lovely day and a lovely rest of the week. Sorry, what was that?
Sure, thank you very much.
Thank you everyone. Take care.
Thank you.
See you next week and have a wonderful week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks very much.